Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 6 of our NHL Draft Prospect Analysis. We have Artyom Levshunov. I had to look up how his name was said. Artyom Levshunov. I saw his name and I'm like, okay, so this guy plays overseas. No, he plays at Michigan State. So there you go. From Belarus. He is 6'2", 209, and he's not even 18 yet, which is nuts. It's nuts to me, at least. He's a big boy. So, right off the bat, that is impressive. Everything I read thus far, he is the consensus best defenseman prospect in this draft. And I put the prospect caveat there because there were a lot of scouting reports that really wanted to make note of the fact that he is still very raw. Obviously his age, but they were giving him the credit that playing in college hockey is very, very, very difficult, especially compared to some of the higher junior leagues. NCAA hockey does seem to be at a different level, I guess, at least in terms of trying to score. But we can read some of the stuff on here, but I'll read the little stuff. So he's a right-handed shot, jack of all trades with a high hockey IQ. There are some things to work on, but he's very ahead of the curve for his age. He is special offensively, and there were even some scouts who said if he can actually put it all together, we could be looking at a future Norris Trophy winner for best defenseman in the NHL. Obviously, this highest ceiling thing, that says it all, right? The traits that he has jump off the page and jump off the screen. And when you're there seeing him in person, it just becomes obvious because I read some of the scouting reports from the game, game scouting individually. So, the undisputed best defenseman in this draft. He has the physical profile and the tools to become a number one defenseman at the NHL level. But consistency has thus far eluded him. And that's the deal right here. He needs to get that right. So, let's just read his little scouting report, doohickey, and then we move on. Catch Artyom Levshunov on the right night, and you could just as easily be convinced he's the best defensive prospect to enter the draft in the last half decade. When his motor was running high, the Belarusian defenseman looked like a world beater. This, despite playing a matchup role as a freshman in one of the country's most difficult conferences. No small feat. Levshunov could kill plays between the blue lines, get big stops in the defensive zone, transition the play up ice, and finish it with a well-placed wrist shot, sometimes on the same shift. Better still, he could make it look easy. Of course, his capacity to bring you out of your seat was only matched by his capacity to lull you into the best sleep you've had in years. Sometimes, Levshunov could just outright frustrate you to no end. Far from looking like a top 10 pick, he was wholly unremarkable in many of our viewings. That's the kind of thing that'll make people nervous, I guess, is you see potential, but then you've also seen games where you're like, where'd he go? Where is he? We're banking on the flashes of brilliance and a profile that sets a reasonably high floor to fall back on, as evidenced by our ranking. Because at a certain point, the capacity to do something at the NHL is much more important than the performances one strings together along the way. And there isn't really a whole lot that Levshunov can't do. Excuse me. The foundation of his game is his skating. Levshunov is quick, nimble, explosive, able to keep up with the play going forward, backward, sideways, you name it. He's got four-way mobility to spare, and with a fully filled-out 6'2" frame, that gives him the kind of defensive range and the ability to recover that many defensemen could only dream of. It also permits him to jump up into rush or activate from the offensive blue line, something he's often wont to do. And with a shot that he can fire in stride and passing skill to match, he's always a threat to make something happen in open ice. So, we'll go back up here to see attributes. And some stats. So in 38 games played, he had 9 goals, 26 assists for 35 points. Nothing short of impressive there. Like, I mean, literally, he's a freshman, right? So that's one tick. Like, look at your production as a freshman on Michigan State. All around impressive there. 6.5 skating for a guy his size. Awesome. 6 on shooting, 6 on passing, 6 on puck handling, 6 on hockey sense, 7.5 on physical. This guy is not shy about hitting people and then winning puck battles because he knows how to use his body and use leverage. So all these are good things. I don't see any red. Do you see any red? Do you see any orange? I don't see any orange. Good Lord. So offensive involvement, almost maxed. Hell yeah. Love that for a big D man that is also good on defense. That's great. Advantages created. Awesome. Body position, obviously, is crucial, especially when you're given the size that he has. You got to be able to use that in a way that helps your team, right? If you're not, what the hell's the point of it? You just be a big lump, not doing a damn thing. So, but here's, I wanted to read one of these because it was really just like poignant. I see splashes here and there, but he's just so unimpressive most of the time. I just wonder if he'll be able to churn it up and be more impactful on a regular basis at the next level, because he's not doing it now for me. And that was a Western Conference executive last month. I mean, that worries me a little bit. So, but then you read another one, a Western Conference scout, same month. I think he can step right into the NHL tomorrow if he has the right partner and he's on the right team, for sure. He's someone you could drop right into the AHL even if you wanted to, depending on what you and your development guys think. Is it the right thing? I don't know, but can he? For sure. So this guy's literally fire and ice. Like, you have some people who literally look at him and go, no, it's a bust, without even picking him. And then you have other guys who are literally like, yeah, no, he could start in the NHL tomorrow. It always baffles me though, like the difference in opinion. But I think I get it. There's obviously going to be some hesitancy when you know this guy has the skills and potential, and then you watch certain games or you scout certain games and you see none of it. You're going to be like, okay, well, why? Is it just lack of effort, or you know what I mean? So we'll have to see. We'll take a look at the highlights as we always do, because that will at least just give us a little taster, and then we can go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and switch the tab over. I skipped a little bit because the audio in the first bit was just like
need to stand tall.
10 times louder than I've ever heard in my life.
Puck still loose in front of the net. Levshunov clear, sends it all the way down and into the net.
Nice.
Levshunov comes through once again.
So for everybody who's watching, he is big number 5 right here. He wears number 5 for Michigan State.
Bit of a scramble there on the face-off, and the Golden Griffins will come away with it. Melaragny and Davidson fighting for it. Puck gets sent over. Haskins coming in with speed, across and shot. And what a save from Luca DePasquo. Haskins from O'Connell over to Larson, and Larson right across.
Give me 1 second, guys.
Artyom Levshunov.
Oh, there's that audio. All right. So he's at the point right now. Pass back to his teammate, one-timer, score.
And there's the hat trick.
Okay, here's the empty netter we already saw. Okay, he scores here. It's a weird goal. I'm not gonna lie. No elevation, a little elevation. I think it did go above his the goalie's left pad there. But even his face during the celly with his teammates, you can see some surprise. Shot, rebound, put back by his teammate. But that's why you shoot, man.
Backhand feed. Oh, a good play and a better save by Turnus.
Here comes Michigan State, backhand feed. Oh, a good play and a better save by Turnus. Follow-up chance and the Spartans score. Oh my goodness, what a first save made by Turnus.
Couldn't get it towards the net. Levshunov pops it in, looking for a deflection, and they find it. Nico Mueller evens it at 2.
Nice.
The Spartans
We're seeing a lot of
with control the
clips
puck.
of him creating, which I
Levshunov will
like.
fire a
Empty
shot
net, yeah.
and sink the dagger. Spartans by 2.
To the point. That's off of Pitlick and wide.
Good effort. He was slightly off his angle there. Hustled.
Michigan State finds the goal.
Good effort. He was slightly off.
All right,
his
so he
angle there.
makes the
Hustled.
first pass to his
Michigan
teammate,
State
primary
finds the
assist.
goal.
That was a good shot.
The whistle was blown into the benches. Led to some more
Okay,
unsportsmanlike
there's
calls.
skating up the rights. Holy
After the whistle
sugar.
was
There we
blown
go.
into
There's
the
a
benches,
highlight.
Led to some more unsportsmanlike calls.
Doink.
Levshunov
Far post.
floating into the zone and adds an.
That's a beautiful shot.
Larson to Levshunov. Back to Larson. Larson with a shot, and that will
All
go
right, secondary assist, but
in. Tipped off the stick of Red Savage.
Time out there in
we take those.
Deflected down.
Gets the shot on net. That's shoot into traffic, man. Sometimes some things can happen. And they weren't. No one was really expecting it either because he was skating back. I like it.
Lead feed, Spartans on the rush again, and Levshunov adds on to the tally. 4-1 Michigan State. What's available here? Fortuitous Karen for Levshunov. Oh, a shot and a goal. What a sharp angle shot there from Reed Lebster. And
What I can't do when I make that extra pass, when I hold that puck an extra second or two longer.
I like that we are actually. I'm sorry I'm not talking so much. I am kind of trying to. It's harder to follow exactly
And he scores.
because he's not. I mean, like he is an offensive defenseman, but he plays the point a lot. So most of these highlights are him being a passer or just kind of throwing a shot on the net and it getting cleaned up or put back off a rebound, which is great. I love guys that shoot to help, like just to set up rebounds for their teammates. And based on what I've seen, Michigan State is like a net crash happy team. There's two guys close by. If a rebound happens there, they're both like behind their defenders, so they're gonna get the rebound. Oof. There it is again, too, though. There it is again. Just a simple little shot. It creates a rebound, and there it is. It's cleaned up. I like that kind of thing.
Levshunov fires,
It's
and it goes through McClellan's
rough.
glove. Tied up. Michigan State ties it at 1. Artyom Levshunov, his 9th goal of the season. And
Did it actually go through man's glove? I just need to... Yeah, that's good. All right. Go ahead and share this. So... It's hard to actually, like... I see the potential. It's very clear. I wish that was a highlight video that featured hits and you know what I mean? Especially for a big D-man like that, I wish that's what highlight videos for him would be like. I wish that was just like a logical thing. I wish we could have seen some of that. I see his vision. I see his skating ability. I see his passing ability. I like that he creates rebounds by just taking shots. That's intelligent. I'll always like that. And I can see why a team would want to maybe take this guy top 5 because the level of competition he's facing is tough as hell. So I get it. I can understand, but when reading the scouting reports, I can understand some nervousness about taking a guy like this that is just clearly raw. But I have to give him the benefit of the doubt a little bit. It's like you were seeing plenty of ice time, even on power play units, as a freshman in one of the hardest conferences in the NCAA. Let's just see. I'm sure one of the top 5 teams is really, really high on this guy, and I would expect him to go top 5. I just want to be able to see the defense more, so I'm a little bummed, like I said, that video didn't feature that really, but Yeah. I would predict he can be successful in the NHL. I think it is just going to be a matter of, at least according to the everything, like put it all together every game. Give the same amount of effort every game. Especially at that point, like you're going to get paid a lot as an early pick. Like just you got to put your head down and just focus up. So yeah, that is about all I have for this gentleman. I do like big physical defensemen though. I think it's just, yeah, I want to see some crushing hits, and then transition off that, like take the puck off of the dude's body that you've just laid out and go down and score. That's what I want to see. And thank you everybody for watching. Looking forward to the draft tomorrow. This guy's name's going to get called very early. So if you're a fan of a team that's in that top 5-ish area, this is one you may hear when your team is on the clock. All right. Look forward to seeing you again soon. I'm going to try and get a couple more up before the draft, but if I'm not able to, we'll just do some reviews afterwards and have a good time. But enjoy your day, everybody. See you again soon.